Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Kaiser here, and as you can see, this isn't DayZ. That's right, I've kind of gone back to Battlefield, mainly because of the recent Mantle patch. I thought I'd test it out, and I think they'd fixed a fair number of kind of the balancing and netcode issues in Battlefield 4, or at least, enough to make it playable. So I thought, hey, why not? I'll give it another shot, see if I can become competent. This is actually a single half-hour video that I've split into two, just because of, bandwidth issues, and so I didn't have to do one massive upload. So this will be part one. This is, I think it's a bit of a custom game. There's like it's team deathmatch, I think 400 tickets each, on this map Silk Road, which I think came with the China Rising sort of add-on pack, DLC I suppose. Because I pre-ordered Battlefield 4, I got this for free basically, but I didn't get Second Assault, which is, I think it's out now for premium members. So, hopefully, I'll try not to suck so much as I did in my other two videos. My aim, I suppose, is to get a positive kill-death ratio. Yay. I've leveled up my classes a bit, unlocked some guns, and some decent attachments. I think here, am I playing as Assault? Oh no, this is a carbine I'm using. I'm not sure. Oh well, I die horribly, and we'll see what I'm using. Just on the screen. Oh, I'm leveling up my recon class, that's what I'm doing. Just because I'm not a very good sniper at the moment, so I just, whacked on a carbine. I think this is the ACW-R. And yeah, which is pretty good for close quarters, and I just thought I'd, run around with this and kill farm, basically. So I haven't been doing too well so far. I think we've gotten 1 or 2 kills, and we've been, fragged very shortly after. But I've been trying to improve my skills as a Battlefield player. I've been watching some level cap videos just about kind of tactics and guns and stuff. And he recommended this gun, the ACW. Has a very good close quarters carbine, so hopefully I'll be able to use it right. Yeah, I just got flanked there. One thing I still find like a problem that I'm having with this game is that I get killed or flanked without seeing people. Now that, well, of course, Kaiser, when you get flanked, you don't see that person. That's the whole point of flanking. But I just find I get into situations sometimes where I maybe run into a little hidey spot. I turn around to sort of peek around a corner. I turn around a split second later, and suddenly there's someone there, headshotting me. So, I know, I think that's just my kind of in-game awareness isn't so great yet. I don't think it's like a big sort of laggy kind of latency issue that people are sort of teleporting around, though I have experienced that. Noob gets us with a Dow 12. There've been a couple of plays running around with this, because I'm pretty sure you get it with the Second Assault DLC. You can unlock it fairly easily, and it's just a beast, like, especially in these close quarters maps. Just, you can demolish people with it. But we're going to stick to this carbine since we haven't unlocked shotguns yet. And yeah, I have experienced some rubber banding issues, mainly, after the, the magic 9 PM, where everybody in my area hops onto the internet and it's not even my ping that plummets, it's something. I think it's my bandwidth actually, because everybody's sort of on the same node in this area, and when a lot of people go on, I think it sort of splits up the total bandwidth between all the users. So while my ping is still okay, like sitting between 25 and 50, I think my bandwidth actually gets choked so that you get crazy rubber banding and lag. Also, just in regards to this video, I'm sorry if it kind of looks a bit choppy in some places. This was a 32-player server, but even so, Battlefield multiplayer is legendarily hard on your CPU. So even though I've upgraded to an i7 and I've got 4 extra threads for a total of 8, and I've set DxTory to take advantage of all 8 threads, it still kind of rapes my CPU. So I'm sorry if it does kind of get a bit choppy in some areas. When I did check, it said I was getting like a smooth sort of 60 FPS, which is about what I've been sitting on in sort of these matches. But I'm sorry if in some spots it looks like it kind of chops and frame skips a bit. I'm just putting it down to CPU overload. And there's the guy with the Dow 12 again. We killed him twice though. And I think, I was using the AK-5C there. Now I switched to the ACW-R, which was better for close quarters. I think Level Cap said the AK-5C was more sort of for mid-range, because it's fairly accurate, and this is the super fast firing carbine that's better for close quarters. So hopefully now we start doing a bit better. I think we've got a negative kill-death ratio at the moment. Just as I was playing, I was kind of making some sort of comparisons to Red Orchestra. Not in terms of which is a better game or not, just in terms of kind of how they play differently. I think this game is actually, like when I first started first got this game, I played a fairly slow and methodical playstyle because of Red Orchestra, you know, like sprinting from cover to cover, kind of going prone and looking around, kind of playing fairly conservatively, which I have come to think is not the way you should be playing this game. Even just the mechanic, how you can reload while you're sprinting, something that even Call of Duty doesn't have, and that's sort of generally considered to be the king of run and gun games. I think the developers really want you to play Battlefield as, at least when you're, you know, an assault or an engineer with a PDW, basically just to run and gun, constantly keep moving, take advantage of the fact that you can reload and sprint at the same time. And I have found that when I stay on the move and I'm constantly sprinting, constantly checking the minimap to try to flank other people, I tend to get sort of better kill streaks and better, you know, I stay alive longer than when maybe, here we go, we get knifed in the back. Terribly embarrassing. But yeah, I find when I do sort of maybe get the drop on someone, kill them, and then I kind of stop, maybe back into a corner, take stock of the situation, I just get flanked and blasted because I've shown up on the minimap and other players have seen me. So I think one of the keys, at least in infantry, sort of close quarters combat in this game, is to stay mobile and just run all over the place and never stop. Unless you're a sniper, I suppose then you should kind of try to stay behind your other team members and act more as a support role. Like if someone's kind of at mid-range and they're behind some sort of cover and your teammates with LMGs or assault rifles are kind of having trouble taking them out, you can just, you know, pop a sniper rifle round into their head or finish off weakened enemy members. Just sort of act as a support role rather than what I'm sort of used to in Red Orchestra, which is going lone wolf, especially when I'm a sniper, going, you know, right onto the edges of the map and just laying waste to the enemy reinforcements where they try to figure out where the hell I am. Yeah, you can't quite play it the same way in Battlefield 4. Oh, one thing about the Mantle patch, I haven't really had a chance to try it out because I wiped sort of my old drivers and then I downloaded I think it's the 14.1 beta catalyst drivers that enable Mantle, and I was able to enable Mantle in the game, but then always about 5 seconds after joining a game my screen would basically freeze and I'd be sort of stuck on a static image. But the program didn't crash. It was very interesting. The program didn't crash, I just had a static image on my screen, but I could tell, you know, the audio was going on sort of around me, the game was continuing, I could, you know, swap weapons and stuff. I could still sort of, in every way, I could still play the game, except I just had this, you know, static image on my screen. So I had no idea. Oh, actually, no, I do know what caused that. It was, you know, the Mantle driver. So I swapped back to just the regular, stable catalyst drivers, and I haven't really been able to test out Mantle. But from what I've heard, even on fairly high-end setups, like people with hexacores or sort of quad-core i7s with hyper-threading, it does give you a good sort of 10 to 20 frames per second boost, which is very nice. And I suppose the main thing for me would be it would allow me to record nice and smoothly because, you know, recording stresses your CPU, which is already being raped by Battlefield. So hopefully when they do get Mantle working, you'll be able to record and sort of play and it'll be nice and smooth. Here we go. We just sneak up on this guy here. I was very proud of that. I just kind of saw him through this gap. Took him out. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if you're going to be able to record with Mantle enabled, because the way most programs work is that I think it forms some sort of link, or it monitors DirectX. And if Mantle isn't DirectX, then I'm not sure how it's going to do it. That's why, like with DxTory, you can't record your desktop because DirectX isn't running, or D3D, or whatever it is. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, if I'm going to be able to use Mantle and record. Here we go, unlocking more attachments for our ACW-R. We seem to be doing a bit better. I've kind of learned the map a bit more since this is, I think, the second time I played on it. I had a warm-up game before this. Getting a bit better at using the minimap, trying to flank people. Oh, one other thing that I've really become aware of is that if you lone wolf it in this game, and you're not sort of an extremely skilled player, you're going to get chewed up. There's very much strength in numbers. So sort of by that, what I mean is that if you have another guy, or another two guys next to you, you dramatically increase both your survivability and your ability to kill enemies, because I guess, you know, in any situation, if it's you and a buddy, and you come up against one guy, you both combine your firepower against him, but then he has to shoot both of you. And also there's that sort of split-second panic where he's trying to decide, oh, who do I focus fire? Do I try to split my fire? At least going lone wolf, I found myself in that situation a lot of times, and I would just get smoked. So, definitely, I guess that's kind of how the devs wanted you to play Battlefield, with their whole squad system. Stick with your squad, support them, try to move as a group. I suppose that's another kind of throwback that I've picked up from Red Orchestra, where if you sort of stuck together because of the very realistic damage model, you know, one guy with a machine gun, or... Oh, here I try to knife this guy, but he's able to counter-knife me. I was disappointed. But yeah, back to Red Orchestra. If you're in a group, then it's very, very easily to be taken out by, you know, one guy with a machine gun, or a guy with a submachine gun, or even a single grenade. Whereas in this, because the damage model... I suppose, yeah, it's not entirely realistic, you know, it takes, whatever, 4 assault rifle rounds typically to drop you. It's much more beneficial to run in a group. I think that was a big part of Halo as well, back when I played that. You know, if you had 2 of you against one enemy, it just, you know, dramatically increased your survivability and your ability to take out enemies. So here I still haven't quite got it. I'm kind of running lone wolf, trying to flank the enemy, running into, you know, groups of 2 or 3 and just getting smoked. Yeah. One thing I do very much like about this game, though, is just the way DICE has done kind of the stats of each weapon. Like, you know, accuracy plays a very, very big role in how good you are. And by that, I suppose accuracy maybe was the wrong word. Your weapon's recoil. Like, in Call of Duty, which I'll admit I haven't played since Black Ops 2, probably a year or 2 ago. I tried to knife that guy there, but I got smoked. Yeah, but in Call of Duty, most guns, except for, you know, your super high rate of fire, submachine guns, were basically laser beams. But in this, like, the assault rifle's actually kind of dicey at mid-range. You've really got to sort of do that tap fire. This is kind of getting to the end of the first half of sort of this 2-part video. Stay tuned for the next one, and thank you for watching. Thank you.